Nakamura Rikito Sensei and Nozawa Yukiko Sensei are one of my two favorite people in this world ever because they are the creators who brought to life this manga series, The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, my all-time favorite manga ever. And I I'm just really happy that they that not finally, but they really get so much love, attention, and recognition as well, not only from us the fans, but to of course everyone as well. Now, Shonen Jump has this sort of event called the Shonen Jump Rookie Manga Awards, and within this, Nakamura Sensei and Nozawa Sensei were chosen to be judges of such an event, right? And in their website, in the Shonen Jump website, they released this interview that they conducted with them, right? So they were able to interview, of course, and you know, albeit that it's made that it's just an it's just an interview, right, from these two creators, right, these two professionals. To me, I really see it as something that's that's kind of cool, right, for lack of better term, because as someone who is really supportive and really into as well, or is passionate rather, of the creatives industry, right? Something along the lines of literature, manga, light novels, drawing, writing, and all of those things, right? Having my favorite illustrator and my favorite author, answer questions in regards to those matters, right? Well, I find it to be quite exciting in a way. So yeah, I just want to go over through each of the questions and each of their answers as well, and sort of just learn something about them, and about this as well. So with that being said, let's dive into it. Okay, so the translations may be a bit off, right? Because this is just Google Translate after all. So yeah, either way, let's make do, right? So this is Nakamura Sensei and this is Nozawa Sensei, I presume. So yeah, first one is about the rookie era. When you decided to become a manga artist, what did you do first? Please tell us how you practice drawing manga and your strategy for your own career. Now, there's quite a lot, so I just wanna skim over, get the basic idea of it, right? So for Nakamura Sensei, he answered, anyway, I just drew manga. There was a time when I watched a lot of movies with the intention of studying, but I don't think there's anything more important than actually drawing, which is, yes, I guess it's kind of true, right? I mean, you get inspiration a lot, not only from movies and the like, but actually experiencing and doing it firsthand will really get you going, right? For Nozawa Sensei, it's important to draw a lot in terms of specific practice methods. I've always wanted to draw the character's human body as well, so I'm conscious of drawing the hands as well from various angles, using this of the human body, photographs of people, references, look at it, imitate it, a book on human anatomy. Yeah, I've seen a lot of tips, wonderful tips, YouTube shorts from these artist channels, right, where they really also share the same thought of always use reference, especially when you make characters, when you draw humans. Taking a look at the human anatomy and understanding it is important to really make your drawings feel more alive. Please tell us next question. Please tell us if there were any obstacles or difficulties that you felt during the serialization after your debut. So Nakamura Sensei, unlike before my debut when I was just free to draw whatever I wanted, it was tough because I had to clearly reach the point where I was able to wow the readers. Yeah, to be that as may that I'm just a student. I am not someone who has made great or really official works that are up to the public. Actually, sorry, scratch that. I do make YouTube videos, right? I make videos like these, and my intention is either to, as much as possible, I wanted to entertain you guys. I wanted to, inform you and share my thoughts on you, right? Because I just want to really create and grow this social circle with the common goal of loving anime, manga, and a lot of the other mediums, right? Especially pertaining to anime and the like, right? So yeah, reached the point where I was able to wow the readers. In the end, what I wasn't doing wasn't much different before my debut. Are you still there? It was really painful with only doubts and anxiety. Oh man. However, I thought that I only had manga, so I just drew. Yeah. For Nozawa Sensei, I won the Rookie Award, and that work was serialized as it was, but I don't think I had the skills to draw a manga at all in all that time, right? Let's see here. I didn't even have to finish the manga. I didn't even know how to draw the name, so I didn't think I had a foundation in the first place. Anyway, I thought that the most important thing was to find what I didn't have, and I worked recklessly while thinking about how I could get closer to the manga artists who were published in commercial magazines. So, looking up to idols, right, or people who also excelled and exceeded in this sort of profession, right? Specifically, the editor I was in charge of at the time told me that this kind of design would be suitable for the serialized work, right? Yeah. From now on, I practice only I can draw my favorite girl. Indeed, practice, practice, practice. Please tell us if you have any tricks to overcome the difficulties. Okay, so for Nakamura Sensei, it's all about drawing. Basically, there's nothing that can be learned beyond that, and that will be sustenance to move forward. Anxiety and doubts make me feel like I'm going back and forth. True, yeah. But no matter how much I think about it, I can't come up with an answer. At least I haven't come up with an answer to that question, even now that I've become a professional and I'm still discovering and noticing as I continue to draw. Indeed, it's all about the growth during that experience. I completely agree, right? Even if you worry about the details, you'll end up going in circles. That's true, that's true. If you can only decide between the two choices and decide that you will live with manga, you don't have to worry about anything else, so let's just draw. Indeed. Going forward for that passion, right? For Nozawa Sensei, I think it depends on the person. I agree. I'm the type who gets discouraged when there's a rival. It's hard to know that there are people who are working harder than me. Yes. I think there are some people who lift each other up, but I don't think it suits me. Really. It might be a good idea to create an environment where you can work at your own pace, which is true, right? Freelancers and the like. But another thing is to keep yourself motivated by drawing what you like. I think the reason I was able to keep drawing before I made my debut was because I had a strong desire to draw the character I like. Yes! This is one thing that I completely agree, right? Oh, hold up. I continue to draw with a sense of mission rather than a sense of duty. By the way, I'm Mikasa from Attack on Titan. Started thinking about drawing cute girls when I really started drawing Mikasa. So I think that influenced my debut work. That's the thing, right? It's all about the influence from other characters, and that sort of combination, and how it ties in with how you wanted to find your purpose in doing your work, right? First, it starts off as in my opinion, right? It starts off as I want to draw this character because I really love doing this. I really love to bring this character back to life, and with my abilities, I will make sure that it happens. And then you find a way that if you can use that to make a living, right, to sort of create something that other people will love, then that sort of snowball effects into something that's great, Please tell us if there's anything that left an impression on you during during the meeting with the editor. Okay, I think that all the words I get from the editors are aphorisms. So even if I did to choose specifically, I can't. However, I am really happy to be praised. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love you so much, Nakamura Sensei. Keep it up. When I started serializing Herd Kanojo, I said to the editor who helped me with my previous work, Eguchi-kun. For those of you who don't know, this is a work that was created correct me if I'm wrong. I know it was illustrated by Nozawa Sensei, but created or written by her? I need to fact check on that, right? But yeah, I am familiar with this, right? And I didn't have any confidence to draw a lot of different girls. I've already drawn a lot, he said. The previous work was one episode series, a one shot, yeah, so the girls who appeared each time were different. And that's how I published 5 books of 4 pages, so I'm confident that there might be 100 people, so I thought it might be possible. Thank God. No, Nozawa Sensei, keep it up. Since you realized this became able to do it, have you been able to improve your manga, won a newcomer award, published a one-shot, decided to serialize, like, etc.? Please tell us if there's a turning point in the process. Okay, now this is interesting, because I feel like, right, if you really again, my words don't have much weight to this, because again, I am not a professional anything. Rather, I'm just a guy on YouTube who loves to share my thoughts, especially on the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You series. But as human as I am, I still believe that we all undergo turning points at some point in our lives, make big decisions in our lives to which it will really affect our future, and I suppose that influence further our viewpoints in life, and what sort of things that we should continue doing on from now. So for Nakamura Sensei, there are three big things. I started drawing Tsukomi, and I started to be conscious of drawing cute characters, yes, and I became conscious of reducing the number of lines. The timing for each realization was completely different. Okay. Nozawa Sensei, I think the most important thing is to notice what you're not good at. True. If it were me, I'd be bad at making dialogue, and I often draw finely detailed pictures and make it hard to see. So I thought it would be nice to try make it a little easier to see or to understand my own shortcomings. Understanding your mistakes, learning from them, try to steer away from what makes you, or what has the more threat to you, so to speak, right? Like, if you're approaching this career and you don't have the skills for it, right? People may say that you go for it, try new experiences. That is true. But I also wanted to weigh in another consideration, right? That if I already have the skills for this particular job set, then why not just find a job that is in line with those skills? So that way, I can enhance my further my passion, enhance further my skills, and snowball effect its way, right? I think it's important to going back, I think it's important to think about what you're going to do, such as recognizing your weaknesses and saying, I can overcome this, but I won't do anything difficult. My God. For example, yes, I'm sorry. As I've said, fam, I'm really happy when just reading this, right? For my example, in my case, when it comes to drawing, I can read other manga and learn how they do it, but I'm really bad at turning lines, yeah. And I think it will take a lot of time to bring that weakness to a normal level. Practice makes perfect, and it is true. We do see this in the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You manga. If you take a look at the first chapter, volume 1, for instance, and take a look at volumes 3, then so on up to the latest chapter, right? There's a clear difference in the sort of styles of the drawings, but they are still the same character. There are still similarities, and the styles that's unique to this particular illustrator, who is Nozawa Sensei, right? And I think that's such a beautiful thing to grow, right, with the series. Right, so we're on to the second page. This is about creating works. Please tell us if there are things that you're careful about in order to create an attractive character, or if you have practiced to draw an attractive character. So it's about character. Nakamura Sensei says, I'm always suspicious that the character's behavior may be offensive to some viewers. Okay, and now this is true to some degree, right? To a whole lot of degree, right? Especially if you're working in a story or any kind of medium that involves a character or a theme. We want to make sure that that it feels safe, for lack of a better term. It feels placed right in the environment, because unfortunately there's a lot of prickly people, right, in the internet, of course, who are really picky about the tiniest things. You get offended by the tiniest things, but I don't mean that, right, like everyone or is really that offended, right? There are there are a lot of cases rather where people would get offended for the right reasons, but at the same time, there's also those who really get offended for an absolutely ridiculous, ludicrous reason, and those types of reasons are the ones that really piss me off, and it creates this sort of toxic environment that then influences people who create things, right, to dial it back down, to limit ourselves, because we want it to be, play it safe, right? And I understand that. Nozawa Sensei, in terms of character design, I try to gain knowledge about various works, photographs, the latest trends in fashion through play. God bless, that is indeed true. There are many heroines in Hunter Joe. Please let us know if there are things you usually do or things you pay attention to in order to output this many numbers in terms of character design. Yes! My God, I love this. Okay, let's see what he answered. Nakamura Sensei, I don't really do it unconsciously, but once I draw a character, I tend to dote on that character, so I think that was a good thing. I think it's important to keep in mind that you want to cherish that character. Yes! Oh my gosh. Why am I fanboying right now? Oh my God. this beautiful. Yes, of course, of course, of course. As a author, someone who creates some things, right? Cherish it, cherish it. I love it. Nozawa Sensei, when I see girls on Instagram, magazines, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, and summary sites, I feel like readers will respond better if I draw characters based on idols or manga-like girls that I often see on Pinterest rather than inputting from manga. I think it's more modern to design 3D things in 2D. Well, that's quite interesting. The fact that this and this I understand, but I never would have expected Pinterest to be a part, right? Again, you learn stuff every day, right? But looking back, I guess, yeah, now Pinterest, there's a lot of, really good sketches there, and a lot of good, reference art and art in general, right? So sorry about that. Yeah, I feel like readers will respond better, draw characters and idols. Yeah, I guess, a really attractive people, And one thing as well, since we're on the topic of character designs, with the 100 girlfriends who really love your manga series, we're already at 23 girlfriends, right? And each of them sort of have a similar pattern or look within their uniforms. Of course, some have completely unique uniform designs. Mimimi, for instance, with Kusuri's case with her lab coat and the like, and Meme, I suppose. No, not Meme, because Memes, Hakuri's, and Yamame, and no, not Yamame. Yeah, Nano, Hakuri, Meme. You notice that they would be wearing their suits, the school suits, right? You notice Momiji and Karene wearing the sweater vests. Then you have Iko and Yamame wearing just the what do you call this, short sleeved polo shirt or shirt, right? And there's a lot more, but yet again they still stand out on their own, right? Do you have any rules for yourself that you stick to when creating a new character? The personality and impact of the character, the attractiveness as a gender, and the effort to make it not disliked by many people as possible. Well, lucky for you, Nakamura Sensei, I believe that everyone in the Hyakuno community believes that all girls are beautiful, sweet, they're perfect in their own way, and we really appreciate them. That's what I'm trying to say. We love them, right? So yeah, but yet again, there are some people out there who, I'm not sure if this is actually true, but they would sort of disagree. I don't know, I can't even think about a reason to not like these characters, but maybe that's just me, right? Maybe that's just me. For Nozawa Sensei, I will continue to talk about character design, but I think it also has to be fashionable anyway. True, I think that the people who are watching are also like fashionable things. Yeah, we do. So I try to find out what is trendy among girls these days and what is said to be good. Ako! Please tell us if there's anything you're careful about in order to make the manga easy to understand and read. Okay, so it's about rereading it over and over again. Yeah. Yes, it is indeed true, because you'd miss the details not only in the dialogues but in the panels, the drawings themselves, right? It happens quite often for me. That's why now I keep rereading it as much as I can. Also, I think it's important to be conscious of how to draw at least understandable by people as wide range of ages and personalities as possible. That is true. Be diverse and the like. Now, I am the one who draws after receiving the name from Mr. Nakamura, from Nakamura Sensei. Yeah, so it's already easy to understand name. So I think my job is to make a difference. I changed the size of the panels, cut out the panels to make it easier to understand that this is the point of laughter, and draw strangely when there are parts that I want people to laugh at. God, Nozawa Sensei's comedic style in this manga, right, is absolutely peak. I really love it. The references and her own style, of course, it's absolutely beautiful. Can you tell us what makes Nakamura Sensei and Nozawa Sensei manga's production so special and why? Okay, I can't say enough about my manga drawing skills and my attitude towards manga production, but the number one thing is love for characters. Holy crap, this is beautiful. Nozawa Sensei cares deeply about the Rentaro family. This is Rentaro family, yeah, I assume, yeah. And draws them with all his heart so I can entrust them with peace of mind. This makes the work even more thoughtful. Christ, this is it. This is it. I love this. There's so many that I don't know what to do with them, but since they're different from mine, I think it's amazing how they keep putting out new works. There's also a place where there's no compromise in the work. I feel a strong will to not make an ordinary story. Indeed, I think that you've said before that you want to remove if there's something that the reader will read about in the future development, right? But I have a strong desire to make it interesting, and I really respect that. Also, you can create a manga with logic, right? On top of that, I think that making things with logic tends to be flat. But I think that by intentionally removing that, I think I've created something that only Nakamura Sensei can draw. As a manga artist, I really envy him, and as a business partner, I think he's very reliable. Nice dynamic between the two. I love it. And oh, is this it? Okay, so this is the last one. Yeah, for newcomers submitting to the new Jump Shonen Jump Rookie manga contest. Yeah, this is a contest. Please give a message to cheer for all the applicants. From Nakamura Sensei. I want to liven up the manga world even more. For example, wouldn't it be exciting if everyone in the world wrote hobbies manga? Hobbies manga? Hobbies manga? Hobbies manga, yeah. Let's work hard. Nice. From Nozawa Sensei, it doesn't matter if it's an essay or a silent one, so please try making one first. Surprisingly, I think that drawing manga might open up a path for you. I think there's something like, if you make it, you win. Damn. For those of you watching right now who are not familiar of the manga series, the 100 Girlfriends who really love you, please do check it out, right? But especially for those of you, who, you know, not familiar with these two creators, right? Well, they are indeed amazing people, and you know, what more could I say? Check out the work. I love it. So yeah, that being said, take care, family.